My work is a remix of other people's work. There is no original artist, just iterations of inspirations. It's honestly such a thrill to go through each of these pages and just dissect each of these masterpieces. The line work, the form, the colors, the values. There's so much to learn from our role models. And I believe if we stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us, we can learn from their wins and avoid the mistakes that they made. Hey, my name is Madeline. I am the founder and illustrator behind Notebean Stationery, an art and stationery brand that aims to storytell meaningful life experiences by taking you on the dreamy adventures of Kato, Paya, and Kuma. My hope on the channel is to help other creative entrepreneurs on their pathless path by sharing my own journey and the lessons that I wish I knew when I was first starting out. I started my journey in 2020, like a lot of people, when I was trying to find a way to generate donation funds, and I decided to make some stickers, and I sold this to friends and family, and I continue to grow my brand from there. So I currently have hundreds of different pieces on my website and on my shop, and I do pop-up events as well as help small businesses with commissions as well. I kind of just wanted to walk through some of the books that are really inspiring me at the moment. I think it's really fun and interesting to kind of have visual references and especially physical copies in this day and age to be able to see role models that you really look up to in your specific art and craft. So the first book that I kind of wanted to introduce is this beautiful book. It is The Art of Kellogg Sloop. So Kellogg Sloop, or Huey, is an incredible watercolor artist and honestly such a big inspiration of mine. My primary medium is digital art, but my secondary is watercolor, and it really shows in my work. So I'm gonna just kind of play some B-roll, but I really just think that this is a beautiful kind of look into his journey, and art books usually kind of cover an artist's kind of like origin story and a lot of their journey in learning the fundamentals, kind of walking you through their process, breaking down like sketches or composition. And I was really thankful and excited when he launched his Kickstarter, so really happy to have backed this, and I got a lot of other free goodies as well, so I was really happy about that. This is a really incredible book. So kind of a digital art parallel is to kind of have a traditional medium artist that you can really look up to and kind of take some inspiration from. The second book is my favorite digital artist. This is Sam Does Art. So this is a very special book sleeve. I also backed his Kickstarter, and this is also a very deep dive onto not only his process, but some inspirations he takes, a lot of his sketchbook work, as well as a lot of his inspirations as well. So this is just honestly incredible. I follow Sam's Patreon, and I have learned so much about my own digital art rendering process and philosophy as a digital artist thanks to his content. So I would really recommend, if you have an artist that you really admire, definitely find out if they have a Patreon or some sort of course, because that investment will pay dividends in the future. The next few books that I wanted to cover are kind of not art related per se, but I would say creative related. So this is a magazine called Content Mag, and they actually have pretty frequent launches for their magazines, and they feature a lot of incredible creatives, a lot of them in the Bay Area that are, personal friends of mine and new faces that I've never seen before. So it's just really amazing and inspiring to see other artists' journeys and see how they got to where they are now. So this is really another inspiring one. So the next two books are actually from Brutus, and they're both coffee related. I really love these books because I'm personally on a language learning journey to improve my Japanese. I took 2 semesters in my last year of uni, but I definitely want to improve, so it's really great practice. But I just really love seeing the different collages of all the different coffee places, coffee processes, specialty beverage drinks, hearing roasters' journeys. Of course, a lot of these I'm still breaking down and translating piece by piece, but I think visually and comprehensively, it's just incredible to see it all in one place. So you're really able to get a lot of exposure to a lot of different, you know, types and genres of coffee and the specialty drink scene in one book itself. So I think that's a really amazing part. There's so much inspiration online, of course, but I think everything is so algorithmically kind of generated these days that you kind of just get the same thing on your feed, or you kind of get something that's curated for you in your area, in your culture, and your interests. And I think it's just amazing to see a different perspective. So yeah, that's the first Brutus book. And then the second book is very, very incredible. There is some English in this as well, just for titles of a lot of the places, but it's really everything from, you know, coffee origins, specialty drinks, all the different specialty cafes recognized when this magazine was released. So it's a great guide for if you're visiting Japan. And it's just so visually beautiful. I do photography and videography as well, so it's such an inspiration on how they capture interiors and how they're able to lay this out in a magazine context and from a graphic design context in a way that's compelling but also not overwhelming. So it's just honestly so beautiful. Really a fan of this. So yeah, this is a really short video, but whether it's Patreon or art books or magazines or, you know, specialty coffee magazines or something specific to what you enjoy, I think it's really incredible to be able to get visual inspiration from a magazine or from an art book, something that is truly a comprehensive craft of an artist's work or an industry's work. And you can do really intentional exercises. I personally have created a lot of mood boards of my favorite artists' work and you know, figure out what I like and don't like from each of them, right? So I would kind of try to analyze an artist's work and ask myself, what is it about the form? What is it about the composition? What is it about the values? What is it about the storytelling language they're using, you know, even if it's on their website or on an Instagram post? What makes it different? And I would try to pick and pull what I find interesting, what I find unique, what I find inspiring, and try to blend that and interweave that into your own work. And there is a difference between copying and taking inspiration and taking reference. References are definitely a really powerful tool in visual arts, of course, and honestly any art when you're still kind of in the early stages of learning to kind of learn from example, right? But it's really important to just pick and pull what is useful for you. I hope this was helpful. I kind of just wanted to capture this because I have been really interested and have been really enjoying these books page by page, day by day that I get the chance to kind of look at them. I'll usually drink a coffee, eat a Kit Kat, and kind of, you know, just go through them. So it's a really big joy of mine. But I'll go ahead and link these art books down below as well as the magazines. And you can also check out my digital artist checklist and digital brush pack in the links below. But I hope this was interesting and helpful. If there's anything else you'd want me to cover, feel free to comment below, but otherwise, see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy reading your art books.